yeah, kind of wraps up these sets of games. We are recording Sunday night, so the Bills and Giants game are going right now, but there is 9 seconds left on the clock. So,
In the fourth?
Less than
yeah.
that.
Oh, 2 seconds. I'm on you.
Yeah.
So,
Bills just called timeout. Dude, I was so close. I was 8 yards away from.
I know, I saw that.
From James Cook over. That's rough, dude. 8 yards.
9
Oh
14.
my. Oh my goodness, you guys.
Well, see, the game could have been 12-14. They could have kicked a field goal here, but no. Yeah. Well, let's see.
Oh, they're in the one. Oh my god. I can't.
Yeah, come on. Flag!
They're
Flag!
on the one.
Yeah, they're
Fast and Furious.
I can't watch it.
They're on the one.
Are we gonna stay on?
Yes,
we
we're
are.
watching the live play. I'm watching the live play-by-play. I'm not like watching it live. I'm just.
Yeah, no, same here.
I'm on the Gamecast on ESPN. Wow.
Yeah.
Are the Giants about to steal this one, dude? All they need is a. Do they power it in?
The question is.
Do they power it in with Barkley?
I think you got to.
I was gonna say Barkley, or is it a?
Oh. Why?
Am I behind?
Oh my
gosh!
Yeah, you're behind.
We're on ESPN. That's why.
Oh
wow.
No!
Oh, they went the tush push.
You went to. You hate to see it,
No,
dude.
they didn't. What?
Why?
What are they doing? Wow, what a way to lose.
Yeah, I would have ratted with Barkley.
I would have taken it with Barkley. You got to at that point.
You had Daniel Jones. I kind of get the decision.
How 1 yard was it? Was it like goal? Like
it has to be because it was a PI.
Yeah,
it was a PI to end zone.
End zone to the PI, right there. So that's like half the distance to the goal line, right? It's like the 0.5 yard line, right?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Brian Dowdle outsmarting himself. He's outsmarting himself here, man.
They did have some injuries though on that line, so maybe that might have been the reason.
That's a run.
Yeah.
That's a run, dude.
That's a run. But
that's a run 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah, you hand that off to Barkley.
Wow, that's what a way to lose. And I can't believe I was 8 yards short. Whatever. I still went positive. I'll get that.
Wow.
We'll get our bets up on the Instagram. So by the time you see this video, they'll probably be up. So check them out on Instagram if you haven't already.
Well, this was your first live reaction to the Gridiron Bangahz?
Yeah, our first in-game live reaction. I mean, there's 9 seconds left, so.
Yeah.
Might as well give the reaction. I mean, very surprising for the Bills to be just barely beating the Giants. Very interesting. Maybe it's Taylor at quarterback. Just, it seems like these bottom-tier teams, they throw in a veteran quarterback, regardless of whoever's the starter, whether it's another veteran or another, a rookie or whoever, and then they just somehow seem to play much better than with their regular starter. So very surprising. I mean, I think, Allen had 1 pick, but 2 touchdowns. Taylor didn't, no picks, no turnovers, played good enough, at least, to keep them in essentially a 5-point deficit with the chance to win the game at the end. And very confusing as to why you throw there and not run. Very surprising.
They would have wanted to kick the field goal at the end of halftime.
Yeah, they would have.
Yeah.
They could have just kicked one there and won by 1 point.
2 questionable calls there.
I mean, granted, they kicked that field goal. Buffalo probably goes for 2 in that second touchdown.
Yeah.
But, just shows defense can win you games, honestly. Giants offense didn't really do anything that spectacular today.
I know they didn't.
Just didn't make mistakes.
Gotta be field goal range.
Yeah, Saquon had a decent day. He rushed for 93 yards, 24 carries.
Yeah, and Bass missed 2 field goals, too.
Oh, wow.
Did he really miss 2 field
goals?
He missed 2. He missed another one.
Bro. Field goals this week. Thank God my team didn't play.
Bass still lost. I mean,
I
I think he
lost
finished
this
with 0 points, 0 even.
Oh,
Well, that's
extra
0 in
points.
that league. How much is 0 in this league? Shoot. Double check.
no. He has to end with 0. No, because he made 3 field goals, so he has to end with
Negative
something.
No,
4.
he had 2 extra points and
Negative
2
4.
missed
So,
field goals.
yeah.
Oh, Tyler Bass. Yeah.
Yeah, he had
Yeah,
2
Tyler
extra
Sorry,
points,
Bass.
2 missed field goals. So 0
I was thinking Graham
even
Gano.
in our league. I don't know about your other leagues.
Yeah, -4.
Jeez, it's just a week of field goals. Bad field goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really changing some of these games.
It's
Well,
crazy.
not this game too much though, but yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Well,
Our defense played good, at least in that first half from what I was watching. That one dude, I don't even know who he was, but he just made like back-to-back plays. I forgot who was the linebacker. Can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. No. Oh, I don't think I've heard of him.
both of Josh Allen's touchdowns went to people I have no clue who they are. Deontay Hardy
Seriously?
and Quinton Morris.
I know who Deontay Hardy is. But
I
don't
know
who
who
Quinton
Morris is.
No clue.
Yeah, no clue.
Man.
Well, that's a tough one. I mean, we got lucky that everybody got the Bills right. Because definitely should not have been this close.
Looks like Brian Dable just knows Josh Allen.
It's crazy.
It's true.
That was actually a better game than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
At least most
definitely
people
surprised
thought it
from
was gonna
Tyrod Taylor. He definitely got them down to the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
And then they just decided to throw the ball instead of giving it to your star running back who's can squat like an insane amount. I'm not sure. I forgot what his squat was, but your big power running back, you don't run it at the 1 yard on the goal line. That's kind of questionable. Very interesting. Definitely. Honestly, you could argue that the Giants should have won this game with how bad the Bills were playing to even let it be this close to come down to basically a game-winning touchdown.
Also, prayers out to Damian Harris. God, the Bills are just so unlucky.
Yeah,
right
dude,
now.
what's up with the Bills? Just seasonally,
You hate to see it.
disgusting injuries like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Hamlin's one was
Oh, it was
a
definitely
little
worse.
scarier and worse.
Yes.
Because I think
Yeah.
Harris was neck or something. Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah. He did. Usually, when you have to take like 2 commercial breaks for an injury, it's
Well, I mean, I was like following the GameCast and it said delayed, and I was like, oh, "What's the delay for?" I thought it was like maybe weather or something, but I looked and
he
saw it
got
was the
hit,
injury.
and then
Yeah.
they went to commercial break and they came back and they talked for like 30 seconds and they're like, yeah, they're still trying to get him off the field and we're gonna go
They
back
had
to
to have
commercial
the
break.
ambulance come back.
Yeah.
Up, so.
He did give a thumbs up at the end of when he was
I
getting
saw that
carted
too.
off.
Yeah,
So at least he should be okay, but
hopefully.
just another gruesome injury for that team. Yeah.
It's a
Well,
bad week.
Not for me.
Not for you.
Not for me either. You have to relax and watch every game with no stress except from fantasy.
Well, next week should be interesting. One of us is going to be unhappy.
Is that next week already? I knew it was coming up. I knew it was next week.
Yeah.
Next week for what?
guys
Oh, we're coming off a bye too. Oh.
I like our chances.
We're gonna have to talk about a bet for this one.
Oh yeah, we'll talk more in the prediction video. Well, anything else?
I think that's it for this week.
Yeah, normally we have some games or something, but we'll unless you don't want to do the one you have, Brennan, just save it.
I have one in mind. The problem is I gotta think of players around this level, but we could do it if you guys want.
Yeah, I don't mind you. Whatever you want. If not, we can hold it.
Yeah, my game has got to wait another week. Maybe if Kyle Pitts drops it again, But this game relies on Kyle Pitts' career. So career or game, I don't know what's more important. I'm just kidding. I love Kyle Pitts. It's unfortunate for him.
It really is unfortunate. We can do it real quick. I gotta think of some names
Alright.
off the top of my head though. But I don't know. I'm gonna give you a receiver. It's gonna be the main guy. I'm gonna give you some names, and you choose if you take him over him. You do fantasy or career. Just say if you take
Oh,
kind of both. I feel like most of the answers will go both. Like you'll take fantasy and career. Fantasy this year and just career overall. But the receiver I'm gonna pick is DeVonta Smith.
you're like firing on all cylinders in this one.
Okay.
All right, at the end of this, okay. I'm fine with it. It's like, damn,
It
this is
just
gonna be.
happened that this was the one, but I've always wanted because he's the one receiver. I'm like, where do I really rank this man? Like in
No,
receiver terms.
I just meant like.
Are we comparing him against someone else or just?
So I'm gonna throw out names and you're
Okay,
gonna tell me who you taking.
Okay.
Okay. Let's start with somebody easy. AJ Brown.
Wait, are we talking about DeVonta Smith or is it DeVonta Smith?
It's
compared
always
to
gonna be
Brown?
DeVonta Smith, and I'm gonna keep naming receivers. You take if you take DeVonta or him, but it's always gonna be
Yeah.
DeVonta Smith.
Okay. Yeah, AJ. Yeah, I'm taking AJ.
I think. I mean, right now, AJ. I think DeVonta has the potential to eventually have a better career, but
That's how I feel, but right now it's AJ.
yeah, right now it's AJ for both fantasy and career. DeVonta definitely has the potential, though.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely one of the. I mean, obviously, he's had the struggles these last 2 weeks, but I still think he's one of the most better developed receivers, other than like Justin Jefferson, at least in the range of his draft and his rookie year, or like the receivers at his age. I definitely think he's one of the better ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with more receivers around his age. Next one, Calvin Ridley.
DeVonta. You can come biased and take DeVonta.
I mean, right now I'm saying Calvin Ridley. Just with, yeah, we kind of lost him last year, but we know his tenure with the Falcons. He's a 1,000+ yard receiver pretty much every year, and I mean, not as crazy this year with a new team. It's a new team, first season with a new team, so definitely kind of a feeling out period, I feel like. But it's, again, I think potential. DeVonta could eventually get there.
Okay, so fantasy this year.
I don't know, fantasy.
It's DeVonta in fantasy. I got both in fantasy, so I know.
I mean, I think fantasy this year, DeVonta's been a little more relevant. I mean, the last 2 weeks were definitely down.
Projected for the year too.
But I don't know, it's hard because Calvin Ridley's receiver 1 there and DeVonta's receiver 2. I don't know. I think that one's right down the middle.
I'm gonna go Calvin Ridley for the year, but career-wise, I think DeVonta Smith is the better receiver. So next name, the real names I want to match him up with: T. Higgins.
T. Higgins. I mean, I think it's got to be DeVonta. Like I've said, of the receivers at his age, I think he's one of the better, consistent, developed ones. I mean, nothing. If you're looking at receivers like Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, obviously they flashed onto the scene super quick, super high risk, high reward, big plays. And DeVonta, he's there, maybe not thrown into the spotlight as much because they're immediately receiver ones, whereas DeVonta is kind of stuck at receiver 2 with AJ Brown. But I feel like DeVonta is right there with him because of how consistent he's just been, despite being the receiver 2. So right now, DeVonta.
Very surprised. I thought I was just gonna. I was gonna think it was a homer pick if I just took him, but all right.
Yeah, no, I'm with DeVonta on this one too.
Oh, okay. I'm shocked actually.
I'm with
Very
DeVonta on
shocked.
this one.
I like T Higgins. T Higgins is good.
I do.
I think a lot of it is like that offense and Joe Burrow. So T Higgins and maybe in another system might not be even. You probably wouldn't even be throwing his name next to DeVonta. I don't know. I mean, I definitely think he could thrive on another team, but I feel like he's definitely benefited from playing with Burrow and Chase.
I think at least half the teams T Higgins should be a number 1 receiver on right now.
For sure.
If you move them
I
up.
can see that.
All right. Next name, Jalen Waddle.
Oh shoot, that's a tough one even for me.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one even for me.
I don't know. That's tough.
I mean,
I don't know. I think fantasy right now, you got to look at Waddle just with how like high power that offense is. Just everyone's eating. So I feel like the potential for the fantasy boom is higher for Waddle than it is for DeVonta. But then again, DeVonta is pretty consistent. But I don't know. Career. I don't know. They're both good.
yeah,
That's a tough one. I don't know. Who to pick, honestly.
So they were in the same class, same team, obviously. Both come from Alabama. Right now, I'd probably take Waddle right now, but for me, DeVonta Smith has more traits that develops, but is more translatable to a long-term career. Waddle is not saying he's not a good route runner. He's a good route runner, but definitely his speed is his trump card. I think DeVonta Smith is he's an excellent route runner. He's fast, not as fast as Waddle, obviously, but I think he has just. If you're gonna judge on all the skills, I think DeVonta Smith is a more all-around receiver.
Agree with you a little bit. Halfway there, I'm taking.
I'm not surprised with you on this one.
Yeah, well, it's Waddle. Tyreek was in there. That man would be popping off every week in fantasy. But I do like DeVonta, but I like Waddle a little bit more. Let's see what else we got names. Michael Pittman Jr.
DeVonta.
Yeah, DeVonta.
Debo Samuel, better career.
He had a career. I mean, right now it's obviously Debo, but
Yeah, I think.
No. But at the end of the day,
At the end of the day, I
think,
mean,
well, right now it's Debo. I think. Yeah, the potential is DeVonta for sure.
you can say I'm a homer pick, DeVonta. I mean, like I said, he has more all-around tools of an actual receiver. Debo is more. He's a good route runner. He's great hands. Great, the ball in his hands. But I mean, the reason why they're using him on a bunch of gadget plays.
Yeah. I think Debo exists solely in that system.
Yeah, like he's not even the best
In
receiver on
that
the team.
type of system. If it was a different style of offense, I don't think he'd be that great. I don't know. I'm the resident Niners hater, so I just don't like Niners players.
We're probably the wrong two to ask that. You're taking
Monroe
Debo?
St. Brown. I'm taking DeVonta.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually taking DeVonta. I don't like Debo as a receiver.
I think you have to, yeah.
That much. Not the biggest fan of him as a receiver. Great gadget player. Decent receiver, but not to the DeVonta Smith level. I know he had a bad game, but
yeah, I think Ayuk's better as a pure receiver than Debo is.
Agreed. Yeah. Next name, Monroe St. Brown.
I'll give Amon-Ra this one.
Yeah, I think
right now
Amon-Ra looks really, really good.
But if you had to pick a receiver for the next 4 years,
DeVonta. If it's just him,
if it's DeVonta or Monroe,
he's your
your number one
That's
for
what
your
I'm saying.
next 4. Yes.
Yeah, I'm taking
he's a-
DeVonta. Yeah.
I don't know. I like Amon-Ra. I think
I mean,
Amon-Ra
sure,
is pretty filthy right now. I think
I ain't gonna be mad about it.
last year he was absolutely nasty, and
Yeah, I'm being a homer. I don't know.
this year still looks the same. Like Braden said earlier, Mr. Consistent. So, yeah, I think I like Amon-Ra. Sorry, Jake.
No, I mean Monroe's great. Like I said, I said on Monroe first, but he said over the next 4 years. So
DeVonta Smith has a little bit more potential, but I think I'm still going to Monroe. But that
that's
is it.
fair enough.
Gonna be a little hard since he's our younger receiver, Garrett Wilson.
That's a hard one.
That's a tough one. I don't know. Dang, that's a tough one.
I mean, we also need to see more from Garrett Wilson with a quarterback. You know, I feel like that even changes. That'll definitely change the question when we see more. We didn't see anything with Aaron Rodgers besides that preseason. I mean, I'm taking DeVonta for now.
I don't know. I mean, I think that's the question. Is like imagine if Rodgers was playing with Wilson to like fully bring out the potential. Because that's the thing is we like that's what's scary is how good Wilson is with Zach Wilson at quarterback. That's what's absolutely disgusting. On that alone, I might have to take Wilson. On that alone,
I'm taking Garrett Wilson. I think I've seen enough. I think
it's close because I like DeVonta. Like I've said, I think DeVonta is in that class and in his like that age, that range. He's one of the better receivers, one of the more developed, has the best, I think, has the highest potential. But Garrett Wilson just is the fact that he's like looking at how good he is with Zach Wilson at quarterback. Yeah, that's
might be a hot take, but I think DeVonta's closer to Monroe than he is Garrett Wilson. I have Wilson above Monroe.
I don't hate that.
I
don't.
I feel like I've seen.
I don't. I feel like that's not as hot of a take as you might think. I do like Wilson. Wilson is very nasty.
Next name, Terry McLaurin.
Ooh, that's rough. Because that's.
It's hard to judge him. It's really hard to judge him in that offense.
It's hard because the flashes of greatness you see from Terry McLaurin, like, definitely can. What's the word I'm looking for? Validate the caliber of player he is. But it's because that offense is just like so bad. It's like more times than not, everybody on that. Well, sometimes when he has a bad day, other people, kind of the knower names like Curtis Samuel, Jahan Dotson have good days. But I don't know. That's a rough one. I don't know who to pick on that one, honestly. I don't know. I think I gotta go with DeVonta. Right? I think I go with DeVonta on this one. So you picked you should have picked a non-Eagle, like a non-biased home team pick.
I kind of wanted to see where Jacob had him picked, but I also wanted to see yours because I don't know where I have like it's really tell. So I felt like he was a good name to kind of see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think it was a good pick.
Yeah. It just hurts because Jacob's the homer and just sits there easily like DeVonta.
I don't know. I don't know. It's close. Who do you pick, Braden?
Well, I feel like this might actually be the hardest one.
This one's tough, dude. It's tough because, like I said, like McLaurin has
shown.
He's good.
He's shown
great. The flashes of greatness. He's
underappreciated. Yes.
Yeah, I definitely think he's one of the more slept on receivers.
I think I'm gonna go DeVonta though on this one.
Okay. I can live with my DeVonta pick, knowing that I'm not the only one.
I think
Outside
I'll
of
go
Jake
DeVonta.
being the home the home pick.
Yeah.
Because we know Jake is going to pick it.
Hey, he's picked some people over DeVonta. I'm surprised he picked Waddle. That was kind of a
Waddle?
surprise.
Yeah, because I know how good Waddle is.
Yeah, well, that's pretty decent.
Just a few more names. Chris Olave.
DeVonta. Sorry. Olave.
Yeah, I take DeVonta. I think I like Olave. I think he could be great, but I don't know. You when you look at Olave, you don't really like think of anything like special that really stands out. You know.
His game is he's a good route runner, but he's really a deep threat.
He
He's a deep
does
threat.
he does what he needs to do. You know, especially for a young receiver, second-year receiver, he's definitely one of the better receivers. I think Wilson's better than Olave for sure.
Yeah, yes.
We go 3 more names. Keenan Allen, better career at the end of the day.
Right, a career. That's hard. That's hard to project.
Who do you think?
He's had a great career, but with your, I mean, depending on how long he's up with Justin Herbert and how long DeVonta's gonna have AJ with him, I don't know.
At the end of the day, who do you think is just going to be the better receiver?
The better receiver?
The better receiver.
Keenan Allen.
Right now, I'll give it to Keenan Allen. Right now, I would give it to him.
I still
Not
think,
crazy.
I think Keenan Allen finishes with a better career than DeVonta does.
Yes.
There's a high possibility on that because he is the number one. Mike Williams doesn't even stand a chance. Never did.
I didn't think I'd be the only one going DeVonta here.
Wow.
I think out of the day, DeVonta would be the better receiver. I think Keenan. I like Keenan, but I think he's just benefited from being on a very pass-happy.
No,
pretty much his whole career.
I agree. That's
great
why
receiver, though.
you said right now. I said, yeah, I'll take him because.
Yeah. But at the end of that's why I'm saying career.
Get out of it. Career? It just depends how long AJ Brown's with him. To me. But even then, he'll still have 1,000-yard seasons with AJ Brown both getting 1,000 yards. So
I'll just throw it out there. Mike Evans.
Mike Evans. Sorry, but Mike Evans is one of the most underrated receivers in the league.
He is. I'll give it to Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
I'll give him the respect. He is Mr. Consistent.
Mike Evans is.
Our view's just a little twisted from last season in fantasy from Mike Evans. But I'm going Mike Evans.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I like DeVonta, but Mike Evans is better.
Actually, 2 more names because I found another one. DK Metcalf.
DeVonta.
That's tough. Oh man. I like DeVonta as more of like a pure all around receiver, just the entire complete game. But I like DK as like that just freak of nature.
You have to pick one of these receivers the next 4 years to be your number one, and you at least one contract. You're signing them to one big contract for the next 4 years, and you're building your team around them.
I gotta go DK.
Right.
I think DK is just a freak athlete, and I'd much rather be throwing goal line fades to DK than DeVonta. So
I respect that.
I'd rather have DK chase down a potential pick 6 than DeVonta.
This is gonna be a hot take here. DK is big for nothing. He ain't even that physical. He's fast. He's big. Yeah, he's a deep threat. But other than that, he ain't gonna be botting up every receiver. Shoot, Tyler Lockett's. Sorry, I mean Tyler Lockett's. I wouldn't say he's the better receiver, but I mean he's playing like the better receiver. Last 3 years, 4 years they've been together.
Yeah, I'm
DeVonta will body up if he has to. It's not like he's always gonna win, but I mean, he ain't afraid to use his body or even play bigger.
Yeah, I'm with Jake on this. I'm going DeVonta. DK is a physical freak of nature, but the only time I've ever really truly seen him use it was literally the play he like chases down Buda Baker. Other than that, he's had like 2 or 3 huge games, but besides that, I feel like he's kind
See,
of
that's
just...
why I take him and then I develop him.
All right.
I bring out the best out of him.
Sorry, the receiver guru over here. Better career at the end of the day. DeVonta or Amari Cooper.
Wow, I like Amari. Why don't you gotta do that? Damn.
He's the one I added
Someone-
right at the end. I just saw his name and I was like, this is a good one.
He's the only receiver I wish I didn't draft. I mean, I like him and I drafted him this year. Just
I don't know. DeVonta, I think.
Both Bama receivers. But yeah, I'll take DeVonta.
Yeah, I gotta go DeVonta. I like Amari Cooper.
I'm gonna go
But-
Cooper. I really loved it.
I don't blame you on that. Amari Cooper's great.
He did have catching issues, but Devontae's showing that he might have catching issues too.
No. This is only one game. There's only one game. Last week he just didn't get the ball. Period. This is a one-off.
last
Like
week he just
Jamar
got-
Chase.
Just got clamped.
Jamar Chase had drops, and then rookie season starts. A few games in, he's drops are gone.
All right. Yeah, I'll stick with Cooper. I think that one's a toss-up for me, but I'll stick with Cooper. Yeah, I think those are pretty much names. Yeah, they're at least debatable in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that was a good list of at the DeVonta range.
That was.
I don't know. Some of them were a little out of there. I think Mike Evans definitely didn't deserve to be lumped in with DeVonta Smith, but
You just gotta see. You gotta throw out some names to see.
yeah, no, I get it.
See where the people stand.
I get it. Just to kind of test Jake,
See-
especially with
see where
I also
Yeah.
I also did not even know you were that. That kind of. I won't lie.
On who?
Mike Evans. I didn't know Bryson would defend Mike Evans like that.
What do you mean? Why would I
That is
not?
surprising. That is surprising. I didn't expect you to defend Mike Evans.
See, like he's a great receiver. Not taking nothing away from that. 1,000-yard receiver in seasons.
I mean, I gotta give credit where
Couple
credit's
years.
due.
He does deserve the credit.
Mike
But-
Evans has been that guy. I think he's one of the more underrated receivers. Just kind of deserves to
Agreed.
be in that caliber of, Adams, Cup, whoever else you put up there. I think Evans is in there. Yeah, there's tons of conversations we can have about caliber of receivers.
You switch out the name every single time. And we're good to go. Do running backs,
Well,
quarterbacks.
once you pick a certain receiver, then there's only there's some caliber that maybe 5 receivers at most are comparable to that receiver.
That is true. Like, yeah, I couldn't throw Jamar Chase and Devontae, Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson in that conversation.
Yeah, no, for sure.
No.
Well, that's yeah, no, never mind. You're right. If we're thinking total full career, not right now, but eventual end of career.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was just Justin Jefferson. DeVonta Smith's ranking for us. Yeah. Great little segment. Get to see what you guys think about some different receivers, especially how we view DeVonta Smith. Yeah. That should wrap it up for today's show. You two got anything you guys any last announcements, comments?
No?
Cheers for your team, Jake.
No, it's not a victory Monday, so shitty deals.
Just gonna be a victory Monday for one of us.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Sadly, he's gonna be the only one that doesn't experience it next week. But we'll see
see.
you then, though.
We'll see. Careful now. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx yourself.
Alright, thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Comment any suggestions for topics, fantasy advice, or anything that you want us to go over in the show. And we'll try and implement it. But yeah, until next time, shoots.
Dude.
Shoots.